Hello, Vaibhav. I'm Vinita from BriBooks, and today we will be talking about your poetry book. If you can introduce yourself to the audiences.
Hi, my name is Vaibhav Batra. I am just studying in Modern Delhi International School, Faridabad, and I am studying in class 10th right now. So, this is my first book I have written. It's a poetry book about nature, family, and some truths about life and the people, friends, and negative people also. So, I have written these topics in the book.
Interesting. Okay. And I was going through your book, and it's very, beautifully written. So all these, poems that you've written are reflection of your, from your own life environment. I mean, are these?
Ma'am, these are my experience. Some of them are my experiences also, my friends, and I have taken from other teachers and my family also.
Okay.
And for helping in this, there was the main support of my family, and then I was just helped by my teachers and some of the friends in the vocab also to write it.
So you have got it reviewed and you've taken feedbacks on your work.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whether usually children of your age write about thrillers and all that. Poetry, you've picked up. So I'm sure you're very creative and a sensitive person by nature. And can you, I mean, what is there for the reader uh, to, take from
Ma'am,
these?
ma'am, because as if the children will read it, because they are this is fact that a person will learn from the life experiences only. I'm just in the book, I am just showcasing how will the every common life is like that only. That he will face problems like that. He will get in a bad company, but he have to come out from that. So I have just keep these topics for the children and the and the elder ages also for that.
Yeah, poetry is a very great tool. In a very concise manner, you can, pass on the wisdom. Uh, and because, it's so, there is no age for poetry. And I think it's just the mindset and the perception that of the reader that can impact, its effects. So also tell me, written a poem related to your father's guiding hand. Uh,
Yeah.
how was your experience when you were writing this particular
Ma'am,
poem?
I just took the experiences from my father and from other fathers also living nearby. That from the he's happy with us, but the main problem is that if something that we are something, so he gives, so he is just fulfilling our needs, and he thinks that we should live happy, but he is not happy if there is some issues going in the family, like
Mhm.
money problem and something like that. So he will smile, but he will be in a tension in the mind only.
So you mean to say that being a father is like a very giving role,
Yes,
and
ma.
when they have some issues, there is no one that they can share their issues with.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have touched upon a very uh, beautiful emotion at your age to be able to even figure that out is quite amazing that you are so observant about uh, this human emotion. You have also given similarity in your poems about your mother, about the smile and your mother. So do you really think so deep, or you have also read different poetries
Ma'am,
from
I
other
have read
writers?
the yes, ma'am. I have read poems of there. I have not read the other books, not really, but the books that were used to given to in our schools for the students, like sixth, seventh, eighth. So there was a poetry of Robert Frost, like
Mhm.
that, other authors also. So I used to like that, and from that I got the um, motivation to write poetries on that topics also.
Okay. And is there any favorite, poetry from your own book, which is very close to your
Ma
heart? And
Ma'am, that is the inner soul that I wrote in the book.
can you read that out for us?
Ma'am, it was like that I grow, I live in the ocean deep. In the sea means that we go like in a hole like that they are going. There's no someone to greet. There was that was someone who never cheat. The image was getting blur. The inner soul I meet. So,
Very deep.
ma'am, it means that we are just finding our inner soul, like when, like our old Rishi Munis were used to, that they were going in a long type of, not
Meditative
the sleep,
state.
but meditation. So
Mhm.
they were used to find the truths of the life. So I just combined it and write it for
So
that.
you've given a comparison of a sea to the state of mind or the
Yes,
life
ma'am.
that we
Ma'am,
touch
because
upon.
our mind is very big in that in the thinking. It's
It's
innovative.
very vast. It's like unlimited, correct? So, Vaibhav, I'm sure you are a very sensitive person because at such a young age you are able to, comprehend these kind of emotions. Uh, Tell me, I mean, something that inspired you, when in during this time of writing, something that has really left some kind of mark over you,
Ma'am, that
or
life.
yeah.
Ma'am, it was like that in every situation in we live. That there is a point that if you are sad at that point, but there will be happiness will come.
Mm.
And if you are facing some situation, to find the way of getting out of it, and not also getting out to how to solve it. And
Having
if there
that
are many
hope,
people
you
with,
mean, always
yes, ma'am,
continuing to have hope and thinking positive, that this is not you know, the end of things.
end.
Yes, correct. So, tell me, when you only write poetry, or do you also, think of writing a story?
Ma'am, I am just thinking to write a storybook on a child. I am trying to write it.
Okay.
That on a child that is facing problems by his friends and some other colleagues also. That in a case of he's going in a case of depression or like that only.
So mental
So how
issues,
will he
mental health.
how, so how would he come out from it and like that?
Oh, wow. That's going to be, I think, very lovely, I would wait to read that book of yours. So, when you think about, writing, and like you said that this is your first poetry book that you have published with BriBooks. Um, can you share, was it very difficult for you to start, or was it
Ma'am,
simple? What was your experience post
mm,
publishing your book?
ma'am, the first I was used to write some poems and poetries. Oh, I in the normal that like we if we have got holidays, so we have to learn something like
Yes.
that. We are just sketching or going out and learning swimming. So I just used to write in the if there is some happy moment or I have got holidays. So, but when I showed to my teacher, my class teacher only, so he just suggested me to write a book on it. So in
So it's a
some time
connection.
only, in some time only I got an offer in the school only that there are a competition. I was finding for a publisher, and in some days only BriBooks competition came, so I just published it on it. So
And
I just thought it was a God grace that he just helped me at that moment.
wonderful. What was your experience writing on the platform?
Ma'am, it was good that there were features also that I can use that like I can add images also. I made a book cover, but for the premium I was not able to get that. But I just added my main book cover images in the book
Yeah,
that
with
just
their
made it
different
beautify.
facilities. Yeah, yeah. So, I'm sure that the other book that you are now planning to write, or you probably have already started writing. You're writing on BriBooks only.
Yes, ma'am.
So, will you make it a part of this contest that National Young Authors Fair?
Ma'am, I don't know about that as my boards are also coming and I have to
Okay,
just
then
prepare for it also.
yes, that's also important. So,
I will try to just in a parts also I can do that I
yes,
have written
yes,
some part.
yeah, you can take your own time to write the book. It's not that you have to complete the book in one go. That's what the beauty of the platform is, that you can find your own writing routine and follow it up, and you can have any hour you can decide and go on the platform and write. So only thing there, it's going to be, there will be a starting date of the event and the closing date. During that, if you write and publish your book, and uh, then you're a part of the contest. Otherwise, you can write as many books as you want, and uh, it's completely free for children to come and write and publish their books. Uh, so, do you want to share anything, any experience of your own life, anything that you want to share with your friends, relatives, any kind of message that you want to give to children you are your age or younger to you, or elders?
Ma'am, it's just like for learning or some doing something, there is no age limit for it. We can do it, and ma'am, we have you and me have also listened about that world records are made in the oldest age, that 90 hundreds also. There is
Yes,
no age limit to learn and do things.
completely right. There is no age for talent and skill to build. It's just that, how eager we are or how ready we are to, experiment something.
We have
So,
to just start that we are just looking for it, or if we have some interest in something, so we just go for it. No one will stop you if you are doing good.
absolutely, absolutely, yes, agree with you, Eva. And I feel so, encouraged talking to you, that you said that there is no uh, age limit to doing something or learning something. Um, so, thank you so much, Vaibhav, for this wonderful, conversation. Um, is there anything more that you want to contribute and say?
Ma'am, just I would my last message is that I just said you to do things, but not in a fast method. You couldn't take time for it. Like, and you said to write in parts also, and I got just a thought that don't do the things in the fastest way you can. Do the things as much you can as think and innovate it.
You
There is a
should.
time limit that you can do, but you have if in the time the time limit only you just think,
Mm.
relax your mind and think for it what can you do and make it better
Yeah.
for, and it's just suggest for the life also.
Yeah,
Don't
that we should
hesitate.
not be in
Just
haste. We should not be in, we shouldn't rush into things. I agree. I think this is what we want to say, that people in life also can take, they can do things in a calmer manner, mindfully, which I think you mean that, always,
yes, ma'am.
usually we are always in the fast mode, to let's just complete this. But I think how you look at things is that there is a time limit, there is a staple time, but even in that given staple time, we can use, that process very mindfully, and we can be very reflective, self-reflective, and still we can do something and achieve something in that period, limited time itself. Is that what you want to say?
Yes, ma'am, you just said in your words and my thing my words were not that correct, but you just completed the whole sentence.
I think Weber 30 minutes is too less for, for anybody to have a, you know, uh, a very valuable conversation. But I'm glad that, uh, you took the initiative to reach out to us and uh, kind of share your experiences. And I wish you all the best uh, for your board examination and your next book. Uh, uh, do well and lots of best wishes for you, and hope to connect again with your new writing.
Thank you, ma'am, for the your blessings, and I would just make it with my thing, and I would just more practice for it and just give you the better result for it. Best result I can give.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you so much for this conversation, and have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.